Men, listen carefully. An unfaithful woman won't always confess her betrayal, but her attitudes will betray her instantly. She might never tell you about the other man, the secret meetings, or the lies she's been telling. But here's what she can't hide. Her entire attitude toward you and your relationship changes in predictable ways. Today, I'm going to reveal 6 specific attitudes that expose an unfaithful woman the moment she shows them. These aren't subtle hints or maybes. These are clear behavioral changes that happen when a woman's loyalty shifts to someone else. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button right now and comment below if you've ever noticed one of these attitudes yourself. Your experience might help another man recognize what's happening before it destroys him emotionally. Attitude 1. Defensiveness over simple questions. The first attitude that exposes an unfaithful woman is extreme defensiveness over the simplest questions. I'm talking about questions that never used to bother her, suddenly triggering anger and irritation. A loyal woman has nothing to hide. When you ask, "How was your day?" or "Who are you talking to?" she answers openly and honestly because there's nothing to protect. She wants to share her life with you because you're her partner. But an unfaithful woman, even the most innocent question, feels like an interrogation. She immediately goes on the defensive because every question threatens to expose her secret life. Picture this scenario. You ask, "Why were you late getting home?" A faithful woman might say, "Traffic was terrible on the highway," or "I stopped to get groceries and the lines were long." Simple, direct, honest answers. But an unfaithful woman will snap back with, "Why are you questioning me?" Or, "Can't I be a few minutes late without getting the third degree?" She turns your reasonable question into an attack on her freedom. This defensiveness comes from guilt and fear. She knows she's doing wrong, so every question feels like you're getting closer to discovering the truth. Her brain is constantly in protection mode, defending secrets she can't afford to reveal. Watch for this pattern carefully. Does she get angry when you ask normal questions that never bothered her before? Does she accuse you of being controlling or jealous when you're just making conversation? Does she turn simple questions into arguments about trust and independence? The defensive response is often completely disproportionate to your question. You ask where she had lunch, and she responds like you accused her of committing a crime. This overreaction is your first major warning sign. She might also flip the script and start questioning you instead. "Why do you need to know everything I do? Don't you trust me? What's next? Are you going to follow me around?" She turns the conversation away from her behavior and onto your supposed character flaws. Attitude 2. Secrecy about daily routine. Loyal women are naturally transparent about their lives. They share details about their day because they want to connect with you. They tell you where they're going, who they'll see, what happened at work. Not because they have to, but because sharing life with you feels natural. But when a woman becomes unfaithful, secrecy becomes her new default mode. Suddenly, her answers become vague and mysterious. Instead of "I'm meeting Sarah for coffee at Starbucks," it becomes "I'm going out." Instead of telling you about her interesting day at work, you get "It was fine," or "Nothing special happened." Instead of sharing plans for the weekend, you hear "I'll be busy." She stops mentioning new people who enter her life. Before, she'd tell you about interesting coworkers, new friends, or people she met. Now, whole conversations and relationships exist that you know nothing about. Watch how she handles her phone and computer. Her devices become off-limits territory. She takes her phone everywhere, even to the bathroom. She turns it face down during dinner and gets nervous when it buzzes while you're nearby. If you accidentally see her screen, she quickly tilts it away or closes whatever she was looking at. She starts using passwords on devices that were never password protected before. She deletes text messages and call logs regularly. Her social media behavior changes dramatically too. She stops posting pictures of you together. She's less responsive to your comments and tags. She might change her relationship status to "it's complicated" or remove it entirely. The secrecy extends to her physical belongings as well. You might find receipts for places you've never heard of, Her car radio is set to stations she doesn't usually listen to. There are unfamiliar items, coffee cups from places she doesn't go, or scents that aren't familiar. Work becomes mysteriously vague. She used to share office gossip, tell you about difficult clients, or mention funny coworkers. Now work is just busy or stressful, with no specific details. She might claim to be working late frequently, but can't explain what projects require so much extra time. This secrecy isn't about privacy. It's about protection. She's protecting the space where her unfaithfulness is happening. Every detail she shares is a potential clue that could expose her, so she shares nothing. Attitude 3, sudden loss of affection. Physical and emotional affection requires genuine feeling. When a woman is giving her romantic energy to someone else, there's naturally less left for you. This isn't just about sexual intimacy, though that usually decreases dramatically. It's about all forms of affection disappearing from your relationship. The good morning kisses become quick pecks or disappear entirely. The evening hugs become brief and mechanical. She stops touching you casually. No more hand on your shoulder while watching TV. No more playing with your hair during conversations. But the loss goes deeper than physical touch. Emotional affection vanishes too. She stops saying, "I love you," unless you say it first, and even then her response feels obligatory. She stops asking about things that matter to you. She stops sharing her feelings, worries, or excitement about things. Conversations become purely functional. Instead of talking about dreams, fears, hopes, and feelings, you only discuss schedules, responsibilities, and logistics. She's physically present but emotionally absent. Watch how she responds to your attempts at affection. When you try to hug her, does she stiffen or pull away quickly? When you compliment her, does she seem uncomfortable or dismissive? When you try to hold her hand, does she suddenly need both hands for something else? During any intimate moments that still occur, she seems completely disconnected. She might go through the motions, but her mind is clearly elsewhere. There's no eye contact, no emotional presence, no vulnerability. It feels mechanical rather than passionate. She stops doing the small, affectionate gestures that couples naturally do. No more cute texts during the day. No more surprise kisses when you least expect them. No more cuddling on the couch during movies. No more leaving sweet notes or small surprises. Holiday and anniversary behavior changes dramatically. She puts minimal effort into gifts. She seems distracted during romantic dinners. She doesn't get excited about special occasions like she used to. These moments feel forced rather than celebrated. The affection that remains feels obligatory rather than spontaneous. She might still kiss you goodbye in the morning, but it's routine maintenance, not genuine desire to connect with you. This happens because emotional energy is finite. When she's being emotionally and physically intimate with someone else, there's simply less to give to you. She's already giving her best energy elsewhere. Attitude 4, constant criticism and comparison. When a woman is faithful, she sees you as her partner with unique qualities and normal human flaws. But when she becomes unfaithful, suddenly everything you do becomes a source of criticism and negative comparison. She starts nitpicking things that never bothered her before. The way you load the dishwasher, how you drive, how you dress, your career choices, your hobbies. Everything becomes ammunition for criticism. But the real red flag is when she starts comparing you unfavorably to other men. Mike's husband always brings her flowers every Friday. Sarah's boyfriend is so ambitious, he just got another promotion. Why don't you ever plan surprises like Jennifer's husband does? These aren't innocent observations. They reveal where her mind is going. She's measuring you against other men because another man is occupying space in her thoughts. Sometimes the comparisons are more direct and cutting. You should dress better after she's been around a well-dressed coworker. You need to work out more after spending time with someone athletic. Why can't you be more romantic? After her affair partner has been charming her, she might start bringing up ex-boyfriends more frequently, something she rarely did before. Stories about how romantic her college boyfriend was, or how successful her ex from years ago has become. These references used to be rare, but now they pepper regular conversation. The criticism often focuses on areas where you can't easily change or improve. Your height, your family background, your personality traits, your natural interests. She's not trying to help you grow. She's trying to justify why someone else is better. Watch for the sudden increase in these negative comparisons. Faithful women don't constantly point out what other men do better because they're not mentally shopping for a replacement. But unfaithful women make these comparisons because they're already experiencing something different with someone else. They know what it feels like to be with someone who dresses better, earns more, or pays more attention to them, because they're actually with that person. The criticism serves a psychological purpose too. By finding fault with you constantly, she's building a mental case for why her unfaithfulness is justified. He's so lazy, boring, unromantic. No wonder I need someone who appreciates me. Attitude 5. Fake kindness out of nowhere. Guilt is a powerful emotion, and it often manifests as overcompensation. When a woman feels bad about betraying you, she sometimes tries to balance the scales with unexpected and excessive kindness. Suddenly, she's bringing you coffee in bed when she hasn't done that in months. She suggests going to your favorite restaurant. She buys you gifts for no special occasion. She compliments you more than usual and seems extra attentive to your needs. This might seem like good news, but random acts of kindness from someone who's been distant and critical should raise questions, not lower your guard. The timing of these gestures is usually very telling. They often happen right after she's been with someone else, or right before she's about to do something that will betray you further. It's her conscience trying to ease the guilt. The kindness feels forced and calculated rather than natural and spontaneous. She's going through the motions of being a loving partner while emotionally being somewhere else entirely. You might notice she seems distracted even while being nice. She's making your favorite dinner, but she's checking her phone constantly. She's giving you a massage, but her mind is clearly elsewhere. The gesture is there, but the genuine feeling behind it isn't. These nice moments are often followed by periods of increased distance or irritability. It's like she used up all her emotional energy being artificially sweet, and now she needs to withdraw to recharge. She might also overdo the kindness in ways that seem unnatural for your relationship. Excessive compliments that don't feel genuine. Over-the-top romantic gestures that seem out of character. Expensive gifts that don't show real knowledge of your preferences. The guilt-driven kindness often includes verbal affirmations that sound like she's trying to convince herself as much as you. You're such a good husband. I'm so lucky to have you. I don't know what I'd do without you. These statements might be her guilt talking rather than her heart. Pay attention to the pattern of these gestures. Are they random and inconsistent with her recent behavior? Do they seem to correlate with times when she's been secretive or distant? Do they feel genuine or performative? Sometimes the fake kindness includes doing things she normally resists, agreeing to watch sports with you when she usually hates it, offering to attend social events she typically avoids, going along with plans she would normally argue about. Attitude 6. Avoiding eye contact during serious talks. The eyes are windows to the soul, and unfaithful women know this instinctively. When you try to have serious conversations or ask direct questions about her behavior, watch her eyes carefully. A truthful woman maintains eye contact because she has nothing to hide. She looks at you directly when answering questions because her answers are honest and she wants to connect with you. But an unfaithful woman's body language betrays her words completely. She looks away when answering important questions. She finds something else to focus on: her phone, the TV, organizing papers, or suddenly needing to do something in another room. When she does attempt eye contact, it feels forced and unnatural. The smile doesn't reach her eyes. She blinks more frequently than normal. She touches her face or neck, classic signs of discomfort and deception. Her voice often changes during these conversations too. She might talk faster than usual, or slower, or in a higher pitch. She might laugh nervously at inappropriate moments. She over-explains simple things or under-explains complex situations. Watch for the specific moments when eye contact breaks down. If you ask, "How was your day?" she might look at you normally. But if you ask, "Who was texting you earlier?" suddenly she can't meet your gaze. She might develop habits of looking just past you rather than at you during important conversations. Over your shoulder, at your forehead, or at your mouth instead of your eyes. It gives the appearance of eye contact without the genuine connection. During serious relationship discussions, she suddenly needs to multitask. Folding laundry while you talk about your concerns. Cooking dinner during important conversations about your future together. Checking her phone repeatedly when you're trying to address relationship issues. These activities aren't accidental. They're deliberate distractions that give her excuses to avoid the vulnerability and honesty that direct eye contact requires. Physical positioning changes too. She turns her body away from you during conversations. She sits at angles that make direct eye contact less natural. She creates physical barriers with pillows, books, or other objects between you. The eye contact avoidance extends beyond just conversations. During any intimate moments that still occur, she keeps her eyes closed or looks away. She avoids the emotional vulnerability that comes with genuine eye contact during physical or emotional connection. Pay attention to these micro-expressions and body language cues. Her mouth might be saying, "Of course I'm faithful," but her eyes, posture, and nervous gestures are telling a completely different story.